What's going on, guys? Welcome again to Twisted Vapor. So today we are looking at a very nice kit from Joyetech. We're looking at this. This is the Joyetech Espion Infinite. So let's dive down into the box. Let's see what we get. Okay guys, so let's take a look then at the Joyetech Espion Infinite, and as you can see we do have a picture of the device straight on top there, and we do have the 21700 little sticker there, and we also have some Joyetech branding at the base here. Moving around to the side, we do have all the social media network links right there. On the top side we do have the Joyetech logo. On this side we have Joyetech branding again. On the bottom we do have their main website, and on the underside we do have the scratch and check authenticity, the colour option we went for, which we went for green, and of course the standard configuration of the box. So to get into this little box then, we just slide off the tab here, and then we've got this little black box. So we just lift up the lid of the black box then, and we are presented with all our bits and pieces right on top. So straight away we are going to get a pamphlet manual for the tank, which is the ProCore Conqueror, and there is absolutely a shed load of languages for that, an absolute shed load. So we have that massive pamphlet there. We also have our warranty card as well. We also have a coil reference card for our ProCore series line of coils, and we've also got our Joyetech Be Careful safety card. So what else do we get in our box then? We also get the ProCore Conqueror. And there she is, there is the ProCore Conqueror. We'll take a little look at that in a moment. We also receive our Joyetech Infinite mod. Very nice. We'll take a look at that as well in a moment. We also get a set of 18650 battery adapters, so we can just easily slot in our 18650s like so, as it does run on a 21700. So if you want to use it on 18650, you do get two sleeves provided. Very nice. We also get a micro USB charging cable / firmware cable. Now this charging cable can charge the device for up to 2 amp charging, so very nice, very nice. We also get a spare 5.5 ml clear glass tube, as well as a couple of O-rings and seals, and we also get a spare mesh coil. The mesh coil that's in this packet is a 0.15 ohm mesh. We've got that currently sat in the tank at the moment, and that's about everything in the box. So let's start with the tank first then. So this is the ProCore Conqueror tank that is included with the Infinite. He already comes pre-installed with this lovely matching coloured glass to the colour that you have picked for your kit. So if you've got green, you'll go for green. If it's gold, it'll be yellow. If it's silver, it'll be clear, and so on and so forth. At the top we do have the standard 810 Cobra style drip tip there, the smock style, double O-rings at the bottom as well. We do of course have very nice top fill system, very quick, very simple. We also have this lovely pattern going on all the way around the edges of the tank, which makes it really easy to grip onto for when you're opening and closing things and cleaning purposes and stuff like that. Very nice. Inside the tank you are going to get a 0.14 ohm normal Canthal coil. That does come pre-installed. We are using the mesh coil in this, as I have already used the 0.14 ohm. Wasn't too bad. We got roughly around about 3 to 4 days out of that before we needed to change it. Flavour wasn't too bad, and the vapor production wasn't also bad either. So we'll be testing this with the mesh coil in this today. So at the bottom, guys, we do have fully adjustable airflow that does lock into place either side. Very nice. To get the coil out, we just give it an unscrew like so. We can change out the glass as well just by putting our finger in through the chimney piece, and there you go, the glass does just pop out, just dead easy like that. The mesh coil then, guys, is a 0.15 ohm coil. It's rated between 40 and 80 watts, I believe. Yeah, 40 and 80 watts. Now the 0.4 ohm coil, should I say, it was also the same. Now I've been using this mesh coil now, guys, for a little over 4 days now, maybe 4.5 days, and as you can see, she is starting to gunk up a little now. Still loads of life left in it, but she is starting to gunk up now. So we'll see how far this coil takes us, and I will let you guys know on how long that coil lasts. So to put it all back together again, it's very simple. We just screw that in place, and then we just screw all that up. And that's it pretty much. That is the ProCore Conquer Tank that is included with your Infinite Kit. So there's our tank. Let's have a look at the mod then. So this is the Joyetech Espion Infinite in green and silver, and isn't she gorgeous? We do get our two 21700s already included in this kit as well, guys. So we do get two 21700s, as I said before. They are there. And if I just quickly show you, if you want to shove in your 18650s, it will do so as well, thanks to those battery sleeves like so. There we go, and she fits in very nice and simple. Very nice little kit. So let's take them back out, and we'll put in our, we'll take a little quick tour around the mod first, I think. Okay, so taking a quick look around the mod, we do have a centered 510 plate there, really big. We are going to be able to fit up some nice big atties up there. We will do some sizes in a moment. We have our up and our down buttons at the top, very nice and clicky. We also have our charging port there at the top, as you can see. Very nice. We have the bottom battery door. There we go. We've clearly marked A and B in white, so you can see where they are. Quite a little bit of a wobbly door, but once the seal is down and it does make that connection, it is very nice and tight. No movement from that door there. At the front, we do have our nice big screen there, and there's a little thing we need to see about that screen, but we'll come into it in a moment. So we do have this screen here. It is covered in like a plexiglass on the top, and we do have our nice big fire button there at the side, also very nice and clicky. So let's throw in a set of 21700s that do come provided. Negative down there, positive up there, and we'll just give this a minute so that we'll get that switched on. And we'll do some overall sizes then, shall we? So let's pull out the calipers here. So on the top here, if we just zero this out again, we are looking at 32.06 millimeters. So a 30 millimeter atty will fit on this, no problems whatsoever for a 30 mil atty there. Along this side, we are looking at 49.63, and top to bottom we are looking at 89.71. So there is our sizes done for that. Let's do our weights then, shall we? So the weight of this, we'll do this as we normally do, guys, without, with and with 18650s. So let's zero this out. There we go, we are now zeroed out. We'll do it without batteries as said. So without the 21700s that come provided, we are looking at 176 grams. With the 21700s that are provided, we are looking at 315 grams. So yes, it is quite a heavy mod. And with the 18650s in there in replace of the 21s, we are looking at 2 293 grams. And if we do that with the tank on top, it's going to be a little bit more as well. So with the tank on top, we're looking at 361, and with the tank on top with the 21700, which come as provided, we are looking at 384 grams. So that is all of our sizes, measurements, weights and everything else. So let's have a look at the Espion, and look at that. Doesn't that look brilliant? That looks absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, we do have a big LED ring going around here and a big LED going around here, and then we do have our very, very tiny little screen right in the middle. Not a big fan of this, guys, not a big fan. Screens are way too small in that center there. So there we go. There is our tiny, tiny little screen. But as you can see on the little screen, we do have our watts, we do have our volts, we do have our coil resistance, we have our puff counter, and at the bottom here we also have a clock and our dual battery indicator down there. To change up and down, then simple, we just use the top two buttons here. This is the up and down. As you can see, we do go up in 0.1 increments, and every time you hold the button we go around. And we do have a bit of a fast scroll on this. We can go all the way down to 1.7 watts, and we can go all the way up to, see the lights change as you go fire up. Starting to go into the red now. 230. So we can go up to 230 watts. If we scroll this back down again, has got quite a nice fast scroll. Put it back to 65. There we go. To get into the menu system, it's a simple 3-click operation. We go 1, 2, 3, and there is our menu. So we have menu, we have settings, we have LED, and we have exit. So we take a look into the first one first. We go into mode, we have power, we have TC, we have TCR, and we have RTC. So let's go into TC then, shall we? So if we go into TC, we've got our nickel, we've got our titanium, and we've also got our stainless steel. So we go down to stainless steel then, and we give it a click. As you can see, we are there now. There is our temperature there. Our wattage is now down here. We have our coil, and we still have the usual puff counter and our clock all displayed down there, as well as what mode we're in. As you can see, stainless steel. If you want to change your wattage for your while you're in stainless steel temp control, should I say, bit of a mouthful there. If you want to change your wattage, it's a very simple 1, 2, 3. You go over to settings, you click the power button again, you then go down to power, you click power, and this is where then we can change our power and our watts. So we go down to say 60, we give the fire button a click, we can then lock the resistance of our coil. There we go, coil's now, resistance of the coil has now been locked. We can then go to exit, and we can then go back to exit here again, and as you can see now the watts is down at 60. So we have changed our wattage. Very, very nice. So 1, 2, 3. Go into settings again. Let's have a look at settings. So as I've seen before, you've got your coil there to where you can lock your resistance of your coil. We have our power settings here, which is the wattage for temperature control as I've just showed you. And we have our stealth settings. We can turn it to stealth mode on and stealth mode off. We have Serpra. Now Serpra is what you want to be displayed on your screen, whether it be your puff counter, time or amps of the battery. As you can see, there is our puff counter. Clock, very self-explanatory. Your preheat settings, your timeout settings, and your information, as well as your colour. If you want to change the colour of the inside of the screen there, I did just knock a setting, so I had to quickly fix it. You just go into your settings and we go to colour. As you can see in there, we do have red, green, blue and gold. If you change it over to gold, say, now as you can see all the icons have changed to gold, as well as the main screen there. If you want to change the colour of the outer LED ring, you go 1, 2, 3. Go to LED here, click on LED, And as you can see here, we have a couple of different settings. So we do have this setting here where we can have the whole thing off altogether, screen, vapor on or always on. So you just go for screen here. Then we have mode. These are the different mode settings for our different light settings. So currently I have this set as moon, which is a solid light. If you want to change this, we can then change this by going into LED, go back to mode, and we can just press our fire button. So this is fire, and you will get this little LED display going on here. Wheels, go down to wheels, very self-explanatory, we go around like so. Then we have SPE3, you just give this a click, there we go, that's that one. SPE7, different one again. Then we have glow, and it will just glow like so. Then we have morph, and then we have random, where it will do all of the different configurations. And then of course we do have exit. Put this back into moon, then we can choose our color, or we can make a custom color. Go back into exit. We do obviously have our brightness settings as well, so we can change the brightness of the screen. Not that it makes a blind bit of difference, but we'll get into that in a moment. And then we also have exit and exit again. Very, very simple, very, very straightforward menu system, very easy to use. I think there's only one more thing left to do with this then, guys, and that is to fill this up with e-juice and give this thing a vape. So let's go back up top and give this thing a vape then, shall we? Yeah. Okay guys, so that was a up close and personal look there at the Espion Infinite with the ProCore Conquer Tank. So we have this all filled up with juice. We are using some of Sussex Vapor's apple lemonade. Really, really fantastic juice this, guys. I will post a link down in the description below of where you can go and pick up this fantastic juice for yourself, as well as their many other fantastic flavours. And I will also include our Twisted 10 discount code where you can go and get your 10% off all your 120ml bottles. Whew. So now that's out of the way, we've got this sat at 65 watts with the airflow wide open. We are using the 0.150 mesh coil. Give this thing a toot. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic amount of flavour. Really crisp flavour coming through that actually with that mesh coil. Really nice, full juicy flavour coming through there. Really impressed with the flavour. Cloud production, as you can see, there is quite a lot of vapour production coming through off that coil. Very nice. So let's start from the top and work our way down on this then. So what do I think of it? Well, overall I really like it. I do like the tank. I think that is a really good tank for a stock coiled sub-ohm tank. I really like the mod as well. The mod actually fits in the hand quite well considering it holds two 21-700s. Really nice. I like it. I really do like the feel of it. It's quite comfortable to hold. I really do. So let's move on to our pros and our cons then, shall we? So the first pro of the day is the overall looks of it and the build quality. The looks of it is fantastic, guys. You have got quite a few different colour variations you can go for this kit. You have red, rainbow, green, silver, black. There's a few colours again. You know, so you aren't short there of what colour kit you would like. So I do like the fact that it's very nice looking and there is quite a few colour options available. Build quality on this, it's solid. It is absolutely solid. It feels tough, it feels rugged, it feels like I could hit it with a bulldozer and it would still come back punching. I really like the build quality on this, guys. It feels really rugged, and I like that. I like the fact that I know that I feel if I drop this, it's not going to break. So I like that. I love the build quality there. The other thing I like on this then, guys, is the customized options. We do have quite a few. That's another big pro. We can change out our drip tip, even though it is not a goon style 810 drip tip, but we can still change out our drip tips to our leisure. We can also customize our tank, so if we don't want the one that comes provided with the matching color, we can go for clear. Or if you actually go onto Joyetech's website, they're also selling the resin version of this tank, so you can even go and get it with a matching honeycomb tank, just as the same as the honeycomb drip tip there. So I really like the little customization options there, as well as the customization options you can do with your mod, including the LEDs and the different color settings of your screen. Very customizable, so I really like that. So that deserves a massive pro in my book. The other massive pro I have for this is the quick fill top system. Very quick and simple. We slide it over, we fill it up, we slide it back. I love that. As you already know, guys, I love to be able to fill up my tanks on the fly just like this. They're quick, no need for unscrewing or anything like that. It should slide, fill, slide, done. I love that. So the top fill system on this, I really do like. The next big pro I have for this is the airflow and the flavour. The airflow on this is bang on. It is bang on for a mesh coil. You are getting bucket loads of air coming in, cooling that coil down, giving you that massive cloud, as well as a amount of flavour that just comes in abundance. It really does. There's so much flavour that comes in abundance with this coil head that's in here as well. So yeah, I like the airflow and I like the flavour that comes from it. The next big pro, which is probably one of the biggest pros of the day actually, is the battery life. This thing just keeps on trucking. I have not charged this now, guys, for 3 days. And look at it, we're still going. We're still going, even if we press the fire button, the battery doesn't drop. The battery life in this device, if you are using the two 21700s that are provided, wow, you are getting an unbelievable amount of battery life from this device. Very nice. And the fact that it came with two 21700s as well, well, that's just even better, isn't it? So that is that pro there. The next pro I have for this is the big fire button. I love this big fire button, and it's so comfortable to use, whether your finger's triggering it or whether you're using your thumb. It's just so comfortable. I like that big fire button. It's really nice, and I like how clicky these buttons are. I really do. I love the clickiness of the button. The next big pro I have for this is all the extras that came in the box. We've got spare glasses, we've got spare coils, we've got spare O-rings, we've got spare seals, we've got battery adapters. We've got quite a lot of extras inside our box, to be honest with you guys. We really did. We've got quite a fair few extras, so I like that. I really do. The next pro I have is kind of a pro that shouldn't really be a pro. It's the LEDs. I really like them. I kind of like these LEDs. I mean, I'm not a fan of LED devices. I think it looks cheap. I think it looks tacky. And I think, to be honest with you, the majority of the time it is just a novelty, but I don't know what it is with these LEDs, guys. I think it's the fact that it's a continuous beam going all the way around there. I like it. And I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but the back of this is mirrored, so you get like a never-ending tunnel effect with the lights, and it looks fantastic. I mean, the screen there is supposed to, the reason why the screen is so small is because it's supposed to be the furthest thing away in the tunnel. So yeah, I like this. It gives it that whole illusion. I really do. I like the whole illusion of it with them LEDs. So them LEDs, I kind of like them. I really do kind of like them, to be honest with you. The next pro I have for this is the battery door. Although it is a little bit wobbly when it is open, when it is closed, however, it is so strong. It doesn't move, it doesn't falter. I've not had any issues with it. It's been fantastic. Once it's locked, it's locked. I mean, you can slide it along your desk. It will not open. It will not open. The next pro I have for this is there is zero rattle. No rattle from this whatsoever, guys. So, it's a Pro. I don't like rattle, and there's no rattle with this, so big Pro there. The next Pro and the final Pro for this device then, guys, is the speed, how it fires. The minute you press that button, there is next to no delay. There we go. So as you can see, it does fire really fast, and I also like how easy it is to use. So that's all our Pros out the way there then, guys. There was quite a lot there. I think there was 11 or 12, and if not more Pros there. So let's give this thing another vape, and then we'll move on to the cons. Really nice. That's another thing that reminded me as well with the LED. When you're taking a vape, the way it goes around, say for when you're adjusting at the temperature, whether you want to go up or down, I love the way the LEDs go around the actual outside of the screen. That's another thing I forgot to mention there. So yeah, that's another thing. So let's move on to our cons then, shall we? Because there are a couple. I know. All them Pros, you'd think there wouldn't be any, would you? But there is quite a few. The first con, well, let's just address the main elephant in the room then, shall we? It's the screen. Look how tiny it is, guys. That screen is so friggin' small. It is unbelievable. And half of the stuff, if you do have if you have bad eyes or you've not got really good eyesight, all that looks squashed. All the information just looks squashed in that tiny little screen. So most people are kind of like this, trying to read what's going on because it's so small. So the fact that the screen is so tiny, that's our first con, unfortunately. And sticking with the screen as well, if you are outside on a really bright sunny day, good luck trying to see it, because you will not. It just disappears, guys. All you see is the LED and nothing else. So you can't even really read it properly outside. So that screen's a letdown, unfortunately. The second con I have for this is when you are in temperature control. To adjust your wattage and to lock your resistance of your coil, having to come out of all of that and having to go through all the menu system again, just to do something so simple that could have been done by holding the power button and the down button, say, or the up and the power button, something that could have been a lot more of a quicker feature. Yeah, I think they should have implemented that, and the fact that it doesn't do that and you have to go through all the menu system again just to do that, it's a bit of a con. The next con I have is the base of the tank. Now, as you can see, we do have these lovely little ridges going up and on the top here as well, for ease of, like, you know, opening and closing your tank, and to, you know, for cleaning purposes. They are sharp. If you are putting in your coil, be very careful, and I will not stress that enough. Please be very careful with the bottom here, because they are very sharp, and they can jack up your fingers very easily when you're screwing in that coil. They are sharp, so please be careful when you are replacing your glass as well as replacing your coil head. So yeah, that is a con. They needed to be smoothened down, guys. They really do. They're really sharp. Now, the other con I have for this is the paint on the tank. Now, I don't know if you've already seen it in the close-up, so as I've been pointing up to the camera just now, but we do have some paint chips there. Some paint chips there. Very crappy paint on the tank there, guys. Not impressed at all with the paint on the tank, as though you'd think it would be the exact same paint on the tank as it would be on the device. It's not. The paint on the device is a hell of a lot better than the paint on the tank there. The tank, that little ping there out of the paint on my tank, yeah, that was simply done by shoving it in my pocket, and my pocket had a zipper on it, and it caught the zip part of the zipper and it chipped the paint. So yeah, the paint doesn't hold up very well on the tank, quite easily chipped if you're not careful. But the paint on the device though, brilliant. The next con, should I say, is the 0.4 ohm standard Canthal coil that is already pre-installed in the tank when you first get this. It's okay for flavour and it's okay for a bit of cloud, say, But what I did find was only being able to go between 40 and 80 watts. I thought, you know, middle ground it, go for around 50, so I was in 50. I was getting quite a nice flavour and I was getting a nice amount of vapour production. But what I found was, is only after 4 days, the coil died. So, not a very good coil, if I'm honest. Now, whether I got a dodgy one in the box, or whether that's just the way it is, I'm unsure. But, you know, we have been using this one now for roughly the same time, and we are still trucking on. So, the mesh coil is already better than the standard coil that comes with this. It just doesn't last that long, guys. It just doesn't last that long. And the last con, which is obviously the main con of it all, is how heavy this thing is. Now, you've got to remember, it is running on two 21700 batteries, and it has got a bit of weight. And it is quite compact for a dual 21700 device. But because of the construction of it being mostly zinc alloy, it is quite heavy as well. So it's not really a pocket-friendly style device. It is more of an at-home type of kit. Or, you know, maybe you could throw it in your gym bag maybe. But it is not a pocket-friendly device, guys. It is not a pocket-friendly device. I mean, it is really quite compact. I mean, if you take a dual 18650 device, for example, you can see, you know, there's not really much in them. You know, considering this is dual 21 and this is dual 18650, there's not really that much in them. And to be fair, that's quite good. But because they squashed it all down, you know, it does add a bit of weight. We have got a bit of weight to it. But that's the last con I have for this device. So, I'm going to take one more vape and I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Really, really nice. That mesh coil, well better than the 0.4 ohm coil. I really like that mesh coil. I really do. So if you want one for yourself, then head over to eSig1. They have currently got it in stock. Well, they have got it in stock in all the colours, should I say, available. I will post links down in the description below. So there won't be any videos tomorrow, guys, but there will be a nice vlog on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we will be looking at the 4th installment of our brand new line of juice from Sussex Vapor over on our juice review. On Sunday, we'll be looking at the Strawberry Blast, and they also sent me a bonus new flavour, which I can't reveal to you guys until Sunday. So please keep an eye out for that. And until the next time, guys, I'll see you lot again. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, guys, and why not subscribe for more, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll never miss out on our latest video. Until then, guys, I will catch you again in the next review.